Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find the king of the hills and top of the heap. These little towns. Move in a town that's famous as the place to see. Da-da-da.
Wow. Let's do that again. Let's give them another hand. That was great. Wow. We could end this right now. My name is Phil Thompson. I'm a deputy mayor of New York, and I just want to say I'm really happy and excited to be here with my City Hall colleagues on the City Council to announce the very positive evaluation of the NeON Arts program. What is really most important about this today and about this program, at least to me, is the recognition that we are all human. The discipline that most highlights our humanity is the arts. NeON has another strategic importance in my mind, and that is that it helps develop the skill set that will be most in demand in the future, which is that of social cooperation. How do we work with others around our humanity? Why do I say this? If you think about it, there's been an important shift in the world over the last 50 years. For the last 200,000 years, almost all of the major problems humans faced were, how do we keep people alive? How do we have enough food? How do we have enough clothes? How do we have enough material to build shelter? We have solved those problems. Today, the biggest problems are those that humans create for ourselves. Climate change, the rising carbon levels, is a human-created problem. Nuclear war and conflict around the world are human-created problems. The financial collapse in 2008 was a human-created problem. Poverty is human-created. We have enough wealth as a society that no one needs to be poor. It's a human-created problem. So the big problems we have today are mostly about how do we relate better to each other as human beings. That is the critical skill set that will be in demand in the future. The incredible NeON staff, Carnegie Hall's Wheel Music Institute, and our own City Department of Probation are taking this approach in dealing with young people. I assure you that many of these young people will be future leaders in our city because of this important work. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our great Commissioner of Probation, Ana Bermúdez.
Thank you for being here today. Let me give you a little context of where NeON Arts was born, and that is that the Department of Probation has decentralized its operations to work out of communities that a lot of people in probation call home. And as part of that commitment, we didn't just transfer probation work from one place to the other. We opened our work and our locations to our communities. And so out of that, NeON Arts was born. And that's an important piece of it because NeON Arts reaches both people on probation and the communities they call home. And this evaluation that we're releasing today confirms what many of us fervently believe and what other studies have demonstrated already and have noted, that the power of the arts cannot be overestimated, that is. Engaging in the arts basically transforms individuals, it transforms communities, transforms organizations, as it heals and builds relationships and possibilities, and also creates pathways to a successful future, as you're seeing here today. These transformations greatly promote equity in this city, as NeON Arts reaches communities that historically have had very little access to creative opportunities. And this could not have been accomplished, of course, without a wide net of partnerships and support and collaborations. And so government is here. The private nonprofit sector, Carnegie Hall, its primary conduit for us and partner. Communities are here, individuals, all of whom are represented here and from whom you will hear, because you don't need to hear from me too much. So first of all, our partner in execution, Carnegie Hall, Clive Gillinson is its executive director and an incredible champion of this exciting initiative. And so you will hear from Clive now.
Thank you, Anna, and good morning to all of you. And it's wonderful to be here. I wanted to start by saying a big thank you to Anna and her entire probation team for all that they're doing to make New York's communities stronger and safer. You've set a remarkable vision for the city, and we're so proud to be partnering with you to make arts absolutely central to this essential work. I was talking just a few minutes earlier to the Deputy Mayor, and one of the things we were both agreeing is that such a key part of everybody's education going forward in an ever-changing world is the ability to learn how to learn, and that we all need to be lifelong learners. And the role that the arts can play in developing and nurturing curiosity and developing people's ability to always be searching for new answers is absolutely fundamental. And I think it's why we all feel it is so important that it should be central to the society in which we live. Many thanks also to our public partners and strong supporters of NeON Arts, the Deputy Mayor Thompson, the Young Men's Initiative Executive Director Charissa Townsend, and the Mayor's Fund and the Mayor's Office for Economic Opportunity. And also a big thanks to our extraordinary advocates in the City Council here today, Keith Powers, Jimmy Van Bramer and Vanessa Gibson as well. So big thank you to all of you. However, none of this would be possible without the many artists, the cultural organizations, the NeON stakeholders, and community partners who helped to make this outstanding project possible. And of course, none of this would mean anything if not for the extraordinary young people at the center of it all, who are taking the reins to create fantastic art and chart their futures, but all our futures as well. We believe deeply in the power of the arts and creative expression to unlock potential and provide pathways to opportunity, as I mentioned before. And it's going to be the young people whose open minds and whose explorations are going to be the key to all our futures. We're also very proud of the robust public-private partnership relationship we've built with the city through the program. And although it isn't common for a law enforcement agency and a cultural organization to be working closely together, the magnitude of the NeON Arts impact makes the case for such partnerships as this even more important. And we believe that they can really serve as a model for the rest of the country as well, led by New York. NeON Arts is creating meaningful change in New York's communities. This evaluation, as Ana said, supports what we all know, that young people thrive when given the opportunity to be creative, to explore their talents and develop the skills that can find them jobs, but that also can lead to their own personal fulfillment and leading to careers that really will help and support everybody else's lives as well. We couldn't be more proud to stand here with our colleagues from the Department of Probation for today's announcement. Congratulations to everybody involved in NeON Arts, and you're truly making an important difference in this great city. So thank you for your partnership. We look forward to continuing this work together, and it's now my great pleasure to introduce Charissa Townsend, the Executive Director of New York City Young Men's Initiative.
Good morning, everyone. I echo what everyone else said. What an amazing start and for this holiday season to hear such warm voices. It almost warms us up from the cold, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. You know, when you think about raising people out of poverty, a lot of attention is given to workforce development and education, and for very good reasons. You know, we know that these things directly help people out of poverty. However, as author and clinical social worker Brene Brown says, our creativity is the one unique contribution that we give to this world. It's what is ours. It's the one thing that makes us special, that makes us stand out. For the young people and their voices, to the amazing soloists, to the young people who are doing cooking demonstrations, to the young people who are doing spoken word, to dance and all those things, that really belongs to them. But a lot of people believe that expressing yourself artistically is only for a certain group of people in our society. NeON Arts is not only showing otherwise, but it's also helping young people find their artistic voice. It's helping them not only make their special mark on the world, but also helping in two areas that young people everywhere struggle in: confidence building and building positive relationships with others in their community. We know, especially for young men of color in low-income neighborhoods, that this is something that they struggle with a lot. So this is very exciting to support NeON Arts and be a partner with them. When you feel better about who you are as a person and you feel better about the community that you live in, that gives you confidence to excel in life overall. We've heard from young people all over the city who are in programs like NeON Arts and others that their involvement in the arts have kept them on the path of positivity or put them back on that path towards positivity. Whether it's a young man writing music and spending time in a studio to develop his first album, or someone using dance as a way to help them focus and realign with their goals. When I used to do after-school programming, I led a program in a shelter many years ago. And after the snack time and the homework help time and all that, we do arts and crafts with the youth. And so we had one man in particular, and you know, he wasn't feeling the coloring and the sculpting and the painting and things like that. And you know, sometimes we as adults have to pull out the positivity in an adult. Sometimes we have to say, what is it about this young person that we need to do to help them get on the right path? And instead of looking at it as a default of the young person, what is it that we as adults can do? So we tried different things, and what we found is that he ended up liking poetry. He liked haikus. He began to understand stanza and then relate that to hip hop and the creation of hip hop and how it started in the Bronx and all of that. And so from there, now this young man is like a prolific writer, and now he has found a way as an outlet. Instead of arguing with people, instead of getting to fights at school, he now keeps a journal, he now writes. And so this is an example of what NeON Arts is and what it can continue to do, not just, you know, as an outlet for people, but actually change their lives. And so I'm really excited that YMI is working with the Department of Probation. We're working with the NeON Sitters. We're working with the Mayor's Office of Economic Opportunity, our partners in the City Council, and everyone who has come together on this project to make it a reality. And I'm really excited for its continued success. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Good morning. I'm City Council Member Keith Powers. I will not be singing today, by the way. I can try, but you don't want me to sing. I'm also joined by two really fantastic City Council members, the Chair of the Cultural Affairs Committee, Jimmy Van Bramer from Queens, and Councilmember Vanessa Gibson, who I think has a NeON site in her district, right? Vanessa told me I got to keep it short, so I'm keeping it short. It is cold and all that. I want to just say a couple of thank yous first. I want to thank the Commissioner for the Department of Probation, who's really one of our stars here in the city, and all the work from the Department of Probation that they're doing. I want to thank the Mayor's office. I want to thank, obviously, my council colleagues. And I want to thank a really great institution in my district who's a shining star in this city. That's Carnegie Hall. And I want to thank them because not only do they provide so much to the city in terms of the culture that they provide, but being a good partner here in the city and ensuring that everybody who is in this city has a place in Carnegie Hall. To keep it short, I will say, I have been really impressed with the work that this program has been doing, the NeON program has been doing, since I became the chair of the Criminal Justice Committee earlier this year. And in this city, every day we talk about the challenges in our criminal justice system, the problems that we face, people are facing, the obstacles we have, and how to reimagine it. What we don't do enough is we don't talk about the good work that's being done by good people in this city. And that is why we're here today, and that is why we need to keep holding up those who are doing really fantastic work in this city for those who really need it. And so I'm here to really say thank you to all those who are making this program a success. And thank you to my colleagues as well for being here to celebrate that. I am deeply grateful for this transformative work. And although I will not be singing today, I will be saying a very big thank you to all of those. And one thing I will mention is that we are doing a hearing on December 18th, myself and Councilmember Van Bramer's committees together, about this program. So if you have nothing to do on December 18th, or you have a lot to do on December 18th, come and join us. I think it'll be a fantastic way to talk about the work they're doing and how the city can support it. Thank you so much.
My name is Jimmy Van Bramer, and I'm really proud to be the chair of the Cultural Affairs Committee in the New York City Council. Thank you very much. And I just want to say that I'm going to be brief because those young people's voices are the most beautiful thing that I have heard or seen today. Yeah. And I looked on this TikTok to see if they're going to be singing again, and they are, right? So note to self, everyone be short so everybody can hear these children sing again. I just want to say very briefly, I've also become a really big fan of the commissioner. You only need to be with her once and realize she is the real deal. She is like really super with a great love for the clients that her agency serves and protects. So I want to thank her and give a big round of applause for Commissioner Bermúdez. And I thank the deputy mayor. And I'll just say very briefly, access to the arts is a human right. A human right that too few people understand and appreciate. And every human being, regardless of where they're born, what income level their family has, whether or not they've been involved with the criminal justice system, every human being has beauty and power inside of them. And what we do as a society is we push people down and we prevent that power and that beauty from coming out of their mouths and out of their hands and out of their minds. This program and other programs are all about making sure that everybody's beauty and power has the ability to express itself and manifest itself, that not only makes all of us better people, but it makes every human being who has that ability stronger, powerful, proud, successful. We want that for every single child in this city, every single person in this world. That is what these young people represent. It is all of our obligation to dedicate all of our lives to make sure that everybody's power and everybody's beauty and everybody's goodness has the ability to manifest itself in a positive way. That's why I support the arts. That's why I support this program. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am New York City Council Member Vanessa Gibson, and I'm so proud to represent the borough of the Bronx. which is home to the South Bronx NeON Arts Program. And I am so honored to be here with my colleagues, with Councilmember Jimmy Van Bramer, who has always been a champion for the arts, and my colleague Councilmember Keith Powers. I want to thank Deputy Mayor Thompson, our Executive Director of the Young Men's Initiative. I want to thank Carnegie Hall, and I certainly want to recognize our phenomenal Commissioner of Probation, Ana Bermúdez, for all of the work. This public-private partnership recognizes that we are all tasked with the responsibility of making sure that we look at the criminal justice system from a holistic perspective and recognizing the intersection of arts and education. I am so proud that South Bronx NeON Arts is in our district, and we've had an incredible relationship since this program started back in 2015. I've had an opportunity to visit the South Bronx NeON, and I have been so impressed. Talk about our talented young people, whether you are involved in the criminal justice system or not. Young people between 16 and 24 have an opportunity to express themselves. Spoken word, artists, painters, recognizing that all of us are in this together, and we are giving our young people a second chance, and many of them are getting a first chance to have a real future and not be a statistic, but rather a success story. That's what the NeON Arts Program is about. And I am so proud of where this program is going and where it will continue to go. As long as we recognize that we are investing in our young people by giving them an opportunity to express themselves and not judge them, but allow them a chance to be who they are, to be free, show us their talents and their skills, this program will continue to be successful. So I am just especially grateful that we have stakeholders in the Bronx, and I have to shout out my children of the Renaissance Youth Center who are here. These are my kids. I have watched these kids grow up in Renaissance, and they are led by this amazing, dynamic executive director in Bervin Harris. Thank you, Bervin. They are exactly what this program means when you talk about representing young people. And so I encourage all of us to continue to make sure that we invest in young adults and we recognize that they are the future. The NeON Arts Program is truly indicative of all of the great success that our young people can achieve. And I am so proud that the City Council recognizes this, and we are a partner, and we will continue to be a partner. So on behalf of my borough, the Bronx, and the South Bronx NeON Arts Program, I say thank you. Thank you for not giving up on our young people. Thank you for loving them and supporting them and encouraging them and motivating them to be the future. Great things are happening through this program, and we look forward to continued success. Thank you to all of our partners, particularly Carnegie Hall. Thank you, Probation. Thank you to the Mayor's Office and everyone who believes in what this program is truly about. God bless you all. Happy holidays.
Okay, so is Miss Miller here? Shalonda? No. Electra Weston? Is Electra here? Here you go. How are you? Good to meet you. Thank you for being here. Come on.
Hi and good morning. How's everybody doing? Yes, I'm so blessed to be here. I'm the director and founder of the International Child Program. Our program for NeON Arts is Pocket Flicks, about making introduction to filmmaking with cell phones. What a privilege to work with these young people, and I can't even begin to say how we are really changing arts. As someone said earlier, the arts empowers our culture, our society, our economy, how it's always the first to be cut in our country, and we have to fight for it. And that they come out, the NeON, the New York Department of Probation, and make this possible as truly changing lives. Through my program, I have to shout out to the South Bronx. We are currently there for NeON, and we hope that you come down to 940 Garrison. I have to do a shout out for the Family Enrichment Center in the Bronx. I am also about bringing bringing all of the boroughs together. We are one. I'm from Harlem, born and raised, and I have also had the privilege of bringing my program to Harlem. I've had the privilege of collaborating with Staten Island and other boroughs. I'm saying that these young people need us, and the arts gives them a chance, a platform to express themselves that you would not even believe, even if they don't want to become artists. It's an introduction to being able to express themselves and feel good about, to create, to have a bond, to have community. The arts makes that possible. Many of our great billionaires in this country will tell you that their foundation began with the arts programming, and that's all platforms of the arts. And I shout out to artists across New York City to come and join NeON Arts, to apply for this program. Every child needs to experience a different form of arts, and there's so many different forms of arts and programming that they should experience to uplift them and make them part of this society and culture. I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I have a foundation, a huge foundation. My parents are performers. I've done Broadway Foundation. I've had that but this has been one of the highlights of my life, to be able to change lives. And when I say change lives, I've been teaching young people. I've been sometimes having to go with them to the courtrooms and support them, write letters of recommendation, saying how they're changing and how they're making a difference in their life. And they changed me. I learned from them. I think any teacher or anyone who works with young people know that when you speak to them, they speak back to you. And be fluid in what we teach to them. It's about knowing what they want. I started my program with a rigid, this is what I want to teach, but then I saw how someone spoke earlier, what they needed, and I adapted to that because they truly, truly need us. Thank you so much. I appreciate the moment.
Now we have Dylan Henry, who is participant extraordinaire of NeON Arts. I think how many cycles have you been through? Like
I don't know. Like I need more coming.
Yeah, well,
I'm taking in. Hello everybody. I'm Dylan, and I'm a NeON participant. I just wanted to talk to you guys about my experience. First, I started as frame airbrush. I saw it as an opportunity to be an entrepreneur, so I didn't only take it as a hobby, I took it as a job. And I'm 22 years old, I'm from Brooklyn, and the experience I had so far, it's been great. You know, I did a lot of history, I did a lot of interviews. Now I'm working with NeON photographers. I'm also teaching now, so I'm teaching at 510 Gates, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and that's it, because I'm kind of nervous.
I think, yes. I think we're going to take a couple of questions, or we're going to take it after they sing. Yes. All right, so you're on.
Sweet summer bells all seem to say through kids away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, big in the bowl. Ding dong and dong, that is a song with jumpering, all caroling. One seems to hear words of a cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, and they found praise in the sound. Oh, and it's out, telling it's out. Daily they ring while people sing songs of a cheer. Christmas is here. Very merry, merry, merry Christmas. Very merry, merry, merry Christmas. All of it said no, and that is dear jump a song to every home. Hark on the bells, sweet summer bells all seem to say through kids away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, big in the bowl. Ding dong dong, that is a song with jumpering, all caroling. 160 to hear words of a cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, and they found praise in the sound. Oh, and it's out, telling it's out. Daily they ring while people sing songs of a cheer. Christmas is here, very merry, merry, merry Christmas. Very merry, merry, merry Christmas. All of these said no, and that is dear jump a song to every home. Hark on the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say through kids away.
Thank you all for being here.
Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, big in the bowl. Ding dong dong, that is a song with jumpering, all caroling. One seems to hear words of a cheer from